Oh, I'm exhausted. One of the cruelest things about motherhood is that the nights that your kids sleep all the way through the night, you don't sleep. You don't sleep well. You toss and you turn and you feel uncomfortable and you're like on high alert waiting for them to wake up and they don't wake up at all. And that has been my night the last like 2 nights. So I'm feeling it. If we haven't met before, my name is Dusty. I am about 14 months postpartum, and in that time frame, I have had a very, very difficult postpartum experience. I know lots of people have. Every postpartum experience is a difficult experience. Postpartum itself is incredibly difficult. I had a really rough go of it this last year. If you want to hear more about that, I can definitely make a video about it. The last couple months, though, it's like the second my son hit 1 year, I'm really starting to feel like myself again, which is crazy because I didn't know. I thought I was coping really well, and I was to a point, but you know, there's only so much you can take. So I am starting to really finally feel like myself the last couple months. I've really been diving back into the things that I enjoy and have enjoyed long before I had him. So I thought that I would walk you through some of my WIPs, what I've been working on, even though some of them are the same WIPs I was working on last year when I was pregnant. It's okay, right? Go at our own pace. It'll be okay. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Actually, it's neither of those things because it's just for fun. And I know some of you crazy people do marathons for fun. I used to do that. My knees can't take it anymore. So starting with probably my favorite WIP in this whole entire thing, it is this rabbit toy by, I want to say Garland. I'll put all the, the patterns and the names on the screen because I can't remember very many at this point. But this thing looks like I skinned a rabbit, and it's very fun for me to knit because it looks so creepy. It's going to be really cute though when it's done. Right now, not so much. But it is this beautiful combination of colors. So a lot of like this petrol color, I think a lot of this is drops yarn. I think it's all drops yarn. And I have stuff to make a tan rabbit next. But for now, this is her. I just think it's delightfully creepy. But the yarn's going to be beautiful. It's like a realistic kind of pattern. So they're very cute. A lot of her patterns, I want to say her name is Garland. She has a lot of really, really cool animal toys. The bunnies looked the most realistic to me. They have like baby kittens, and like there's a baby cow one that I want to do that's going to be kind of bigger. I have a lot of nieces, so like, and 2 of them are twins. So I try to like make stuff that I can make for all of them. So like initially I had this and then the brown one to make for those 2. And then I have another niece who's a little bit older and it's on the other side of the family. So it's not like they all are going to see what they get, but I like to try to, they all get like similar things. I make sweaters. Actually I have 4 nieces now. My cousin just had another baby. So I have 4 nieces. There's 2 there, 2 there. One of them is very young. So, but I try to make sure that they all have like the same thing. So like the toddler sweater by Darling Shador, I have made 5 or 6 of those. And I've done them all in the sparkling big twist yarn. It's a lot of fun. They're all girls, so it's a lot of fun. And then I have my son and then my nephew, who's 6 days younger than my son. So they kind of get treated, not like twins, but like they get a lot of the same stuff on both sides of the family. They all get a lot of the same stuff. So I had initially wanted to make this to make them both toys. And then the more I make this, I'm like, I want to keep this one. So I might end up making different ones down the line. And by that point, because this is a lot of starting and stopping for me, because this is so much shaping, which is why it's so much fun though, is it's really engaging. The shaping around the eyes, I don't know how well you can see it. And if you can't see it very well, I'm sorry. I'm not very good at this. The shaping around the eye creates kind of like an eyebrow sort of thing. But it's very cool. It's very interesting to me, and it's a lot of fun to work with, especially, and I'm not a huge fan of color changes, like a ton of color changes. It's just like a lot to keep track of. But with the yarn being like this small, it's almost easier because I'm not seeing, if I make like a mistake joining it or it doesn't quite look right, like you really don't tell as well. that's been fun for me because I'm not perfect. These are made by imperfect hands. And I don't want my knitting to be perfect. I know a lot of people will go back and redo stuff a lot. I don't. If it's not egregious, I'm not going to go back and mess with it. I mean, who cares? If I wanted it to be made by, like, look like it was made by a machine, I would make it with a machine. I would purchase it from somebody who does it better than me. These are imperfect hands, okay? They have arthritis. They've been beaten up. I've broken my pinkies like 7 times. Like this one. This is my Into the Wild sweater by Tania Barley. She's beautiful. I love her. I've been working on it for a while. I did start this before I was pregnant, I think. So it's definitely size small. Not me anymore. Like a medium, maybe. I did pre-block this to like double check that it would fit around post breastfeeding boobs. And it does. It's a little snug. The belly fits better even though it hasn't been blocked yet. Like it, goes down. So when I block it, it should loosen up. This thing has a good amount of ease, when it's blocked and stretched. The thing is my color work is really tight. My knitting has always been tight, and it's like even more tight when I do the color work because I was like so stressed about not dropping a stitch, and I'm using like 7 fingers on this side, and I don't know why I messed this up so bad because I'm normally just fine with German short rows. I just don't think I was paying attention, and I didn't notice until I was like down the body, and I was like, fuck that, I don't want to go back and do that. You can see there's like, and it's just the one arm. It's not both arms. Just that arm. There's like holes. This is why I make the arm tail really long, okay? And go back and I can sew up any holes. It'll be fine. When it comes to knitting, I'm definitely more of like a type B kind of person, and I'm like that as a mother too. I thought I would be more type A because like mentally I'm type A. I know every single item in my home. I know where everything is. I could tell you where the hair clip I dropped last week is because I didn't pick it up, but it's there. I know exactly where it is. Definitely like that with knitting. I'm going to try to make this a little bigger again, but if it doesn't fit, I have skinny friends. It'll be fine. They can have it. Or my son can have it in a couple years. Like, oh well. Maybe one day I won't have a jiggly mom belly anymore, but I kind of like my jiggly mom belly. I've been working on this waffle knit blanket for a long. This is crochet though. I'm new to crochet. I mean, I'm like maybe like a year into it. I tried for years to learn how to crochet, but I learned how to knit first. And for some reason, man, it wouldn't click. I mean, it would not click. It took until like a year or 2 ago for it to actually like sink in on how to do it. I'm working on this waffle knit blanket. There was a pattern I bought, but it's only for like a small blanket. I basically measured out a chain that was like hopefully a queen size that could fit us all on the couch. I tried to make sure it would fit us all on the couch, and then I was like, hopefully it's an even amount of stitches, and luckily it was, so I didn't have to undo it because I hate doing the chain. That's the worst part of crochet. I thought casting on knitting sucked. A chain? Fuck that. And then I know you can do a foundational chain. I have tried. It's so hard. I can't get it down. I'll get it one day. But for now, no new information is going in here. I know how to do double crochet. I think that's what it's called. I forgot at this point. It's muscle memory. I just work on this on the couch when I need something to do, but I don't want to read. And I don't want to like follow a pattern super close. It's in here. Okay. Nothing else needs to go in or out while I am doing this one, except for how my wrist hurts. Next, we have the Heart and Soul Jumper by Brenda Lamb. I have been on Sleeve Island for a year. I don't know why. This would take me a couple hours to do. Have I done it? No. Why would I do that? It is a beautiful heart cable jumper. I am very excited to wear it. Another thing, I was too excited to start it that I didn't finish the ribbing all the way, so I did this, and you're supposed to do like a line of white and then a line, like 3 lines of red. I did 1 line of red. It doesn't look great, but at this point I didn't notice it until I was literally up to here, and then I was like, it's fine. So the sleeves also have the heart motifs on it. if you can tell. And I do like it. It's like kind of like a crop. Her patterns, Brenda Lamb's, they're really nice. They are quick workup ones. Like I made one of her vests in a day. And like I'm a fast knitter, but I do get distracted easily, or I'm like, oh, I'm gonna take a break. I didn't take a break for that one. I was like, it was great. This one too, I knitted all of this in a weekend. It took me a year to start this sleeve, and then I did like 3 rounds, and I was like, good enough. I am having to do magic loop on these freaking giant needles, and I think that's part of it, of why I'm like sick of it. Like I'm just not into it right now, but I'm working on it. I could probably get this done in a weekend if I did it one day, right? It's gonna be cute. This is solely the coldest week of February, and otherwise I'll probably never wear it. But I knew it would be super fun to knit, which is why I wanted to do it. And then this is another crochet one that I am very slowly working on. I think I would love tapestry crochet because I do really enjoy mosaic crochet, which is what like part of these motifs are. This is the Halloween Dreams blanket. I forget her name. I'm so sorry. I'll put it up here. But I do like doing the mosaic crochet. Like it's like the double-sided. It's really cool to me that I can do that. I'm like, I'm capable of doing this. Very, very fun for me. It's definitely a learning curve. But I think I would love this. I think I'd love tapestry crochet because then even then I don't have to worry about what the back's going to look like. I can just, right? That'll be fun for me. One day. And then my last thing that I'm currently working on, because I switch between stuff a lot. I get bored. I need multiple things to work on or I'm going to like go crazy. Oh, I also have a Sonja sweater by Petite Knit that I'm working on for my mom. I've got the base down. I need to finish the arms. Otherwise, that's a very basic sweater. It's fine. But then this other one by Petite Knit, I finally decided to make the Sophie hood back in like November. This is the most boring thing I've ever made. I cannot focus on this for longer than 30 minutes at a time a week. I mean, I'm trying. And then like this one was on me. I misread the pattern and then I had to frog back 3 days worth of work and I was annoyed. But people keep commenting on stuff and being like, what's stumping you? Nothing's really stumping me. It's just a boring pattern that I can't focus on. It's all me for the most part. Her pattern writing is weird at times, and I know it's because she's not a native English speaker. And so, like, some of the things that she's written in the patterns, I'm, like, reading it, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And, like, they're not, like, they're not, like, insanely awful. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that. Just some things that, like, don't click immediately because of the way it's written, and then I get frustrated because I need to like sit here and think about it, and then I get pissed off that I can't immediately understand what they're talking about. And they're not, like I said, they're not like insanely incorrect. They're not like incorrectly written. Some things are worded weird. Like the way she talks about doing the increases in the beginning, I had to ask somebody because I was like, am I going crazy or am I just stupid? Like, because it was like it wasn't like do 8 rows and then do an increase row. It was like do an increase on the row after the 8th row. It was just like written so weird where I just like had to take it. Just pissed me off. It's just one of those things. I didn't understand it and then I got irritated with it. And I think ever since then I've just soured to this pattern, but I want to finish it because I want to wear the cute little hood, and it's a cute little pattern, and I don't think it's like bad on her. It's entirely just, I don't know. I think it's just mostly me. It's a cute pattern, really boring. I will never do this again, right? Unless it's like somebody asks me for it, and even then I'm like, give me 3 to 5 business years, and then I'll make it for you. Because I just can't focus on it. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because they're just short rows and then I'm like flipping over and over and over again, while having to track increases. And I know people like to do the stitch marker thing on there where they put it on every increase row and that helps them track it. Does not help me track it. That like ruins my flow. I tally mark in GoodNotes and then I mark where every 8th row is, because then you do the increase on the next one. And that's how I mark it. That's how I've done it. So like I made a video and people be like, no, use a stitch marker app, use a stitch counter app. I can't do it. I can't. Okay, it's just not, I can't have an app open on my phone like that. I have this on my iPad, and like I tried the clickers, you know, the rings for the row things, and I couldn't. I would forget about it, right? But at least like the row, I can go like just pick up my Apple Pencil, swipe it, put it back, and I'm, you know, fine. I just keep going. But I don't know. I'm working on it. I highly recommend GoodNotes for tracking and writing your patterns out. I love it. It's worth it. It's 100% worth it. Especially if you have an iPad, right? And you're looking at your patterns digitally, do it that way. These are all my patterns that I'm currently working on. Postpartum. There's some that are just like indefinitely on hold that I've been working on, you know, like I just can't do it, right? I can't do it right now. I have patterns that I want to make. Like I have a couple, like I have like a scorpion sweater and a t-shirt. I really want to make some shirts. I have a lot of sweaters. I want to make some shirts. But I need to finish some of this before I get started on it. I just do. And so I'm trying to like really lock in and get stuff done, but then I also want to make sure I'm reading and that I'm writing and that I'm making content and that I'm being a good mom and that I'm cooking dinner and that I'm tracking the grocery list and that I'm doing all the chores. Not all the chores. My husband helps with chores, but like, you know what I mean? Trying to keep track of all this shit and like keeping myself mentally stimulated while, you know, working and doing all this stuff, and can't do it all. Trying to. Some days I crash out about it, but you know, this is supposed to be the hobby that like makes me feel better and more connected with myself and my brain, and it does. It also pisses me off. On my channel, I talk about a lot of different stuff. I don't make a lot of YouTube videos. I'm working on it, right? Gotta lock in mentally, make plans, feel like I have something worthy of talking about, and all my fun little projects are one of those things. So I'm working on making more videos. You know, I'm working on growing some of my confidence and letting myself be a little more cringy on the internet. I used to be really good at it. I used to be very cringe on the internet, and I was totally fine with it. And then in the last year or two, I don't know what it is. I'm gonna blame it on pregnancy and postpartum. I've like closed in on myself because things have been so difficult physically and mentally, that, you know, I'm just like over it, kind of. So I need to just be a dork. If you do like this, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you like any of these projects and if you would also work on them. Also, what do you do when you're a little like stuck, or if you've been postpartum? How did you kind of break out of that and find your creativity again? Because I have found that to be the most difficult part about all of this, is being creative again. Like, I didn't just create life from scratch, you know what I mean? I should be the most creative I've ever been in my life, right? I just did a magical, crazy, wild thing with my body. Putting yarn together with sticks is not that much crazier. So, yeah. I'd love to hear all about it. Otherwise, I will catch you in the next one. I will try to make one not a year apart. And, yeah, I'll see you then.